So the Tennessee Titans started the season out 7-3, and they're currently 7-8, and they're second in the division to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're in a desperate place to miss out on the playoffs, and I believe this team will. The Tennessee Titans are in a bad way, and it's not just because Ryan Tannehill's going to miss the rest of the season with an ankle injury, and it's not because Malik Willis is a very raw passer of the football, and he's just not a very good passer right now. This Tennessee Titans team is very bad because of play calling, and they can only run the football with Derrick Henry. The wide receivers aren't particularly good just yet. I do like Treylon Burks a lot, and I think Robert Woods is a good veteran wide receiver, but the way they're being used just does not work. They're a very old school type of offense, and they run the football at a high rate, and when the rushing attack doesn't work, that's when things go haywire. Their defense has also been a cause of concern as well. But when you want to really look at this offense, and I'm going to get to the defense in just a second, the offense starts with the offensive line. It is not the same offensive line as it was in the last couple of years. And you knack that with the top of the play calling being horrible as well. Things are bad. It is bad in Tennessee. And it's going to be bad for years to come. For one, Ryan Tannehill is a good quarterback, but he's not a guy long term for you, and he can't put you over the edge. And Malik Willis, he's just not ready. I see a lot of people already grilling Malik Willis, and I say that he was getting too much hype coming out of the NFL draft. He's a very raw passer, and he's just not ready to start in the NFL just yet. So even though that he's playing horrible, and he played bad in the Kansas City Chiefs game earlier this year, and he played bad again against the Houston Texans, you still have to find ways to win that football game. And I'm not just talking about Malik Willis. The coaching staff, Mike Vrabel, has let this team down the stretch. A lot of people give him a lot of praise because of what he's been given, and them trading A.J. Brown did hurt them a lot offensively because they have a huge spot right there that hasn't been filled just yet. And like I said, I like Treylon Burks a lot. I believe that he will be the #1 receiver for this team for years to come, just not right now. But this is a different team than the team that we saw almost beating the Kansas City Chiefs. And I go back to that game to where it was a lot of problems going on offensively, and I know that Ryan Tannehill was out, but the passing concepts with Malik Willis in the game just doesn't work, and the offensive coordinator is doing a horrible job at transitioning his game from Ryan Tannehill's perspective to Malik Willis' perspective. Malik Willis was never a solid passer coming out of the NFL draft. That's what he was not known for. He's an explosive quarterback. He's known for his legs. And he scored a touchdown against the Houston Texans rushing. Why not use more of a read option system or do more of an RPO system to get the field open for him and get things open in space for him? Get wide receivers in space for Malik Willis. He's not a prototypical passing quarterback, and that's the system that he's in right now. And I go back to that Chiefs game. They had him taking 5-step drops. That's not what he is. That's not who he is. And I'm not saying that's not who he will ever be. He may develop into that, but right now he is not that guy. And you look at the offensive line, it is not good. Multiple times with Ryan Tannehill in the game, he's been getting hit a lot. Malik Willis gets hit a lot. Derrick Henry has to fight for his life sometimes behind the offensive line. Now, they're a decent run blocking unit, but half the time you look at Derrick Henry, he's rushing through, but he still has to fight some guys off in the backfield. So you add that on top of the problems already with the wide receiver woes on this team, it's pretty bad. And the defense has suffered because their best pass rusher, Harold Landry, he's missed this entire season. So you're not getting that pass rush right now. Jeffrey Simmons is a good defensive tackle. Then after that, a guy like Bud Dupree has been a bust of a signing. He hasn't done anything with this team. The management with this team has been horrible. And if they can't run the football offensively with Derrick Henry, they have nothing at all. I think that you fire this offensive coordinator after this year for sure, because he should have been fired last year. You look at the offense the last couple of years, it's been very underwhelming, and it's most because of the coaching. And I know they dealt with injuries last year. That Julio Jones was missing games, A.J. Brown was missing games, and Ryan Tannehill still found a way to get to the playoffs, but this is a different type of division than last year. The Jacksonville Jaguars have arrived, and they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars this season. And then you have to face them again this year. This is a Tennessee Titans team that can win low-scoring games, but when you talk about games that go into the high 20s, into the low 30s, they can't compete with those type of teams. It's just not going to happen. It is not going to happen. They're not going to beat those type of teams. They can't compete with teams like the Philadelphia Eagles. They can't compete with teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is very bad right now. And they lost against the Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, Justin Herbert made some crazy throws, but he made crazy throws because you couldn't get pass rush on him. So the Tennessee Titans, this may be a glimpse into their future. But them losing to the Houston Texans is a very scary sight. Them losing 19-14. Because you usually find a way to win those type of games. They just couldn't win it today. I am very afraid for the Tennessee Titans future. I really am. I think Mike Vrabel is a really good head coach, but they win too many games off just trying to be physical. They are a very physical football team, and ever they pride themselves on. But they can't be physical with this bad offensive line. It's just not working. They have one of the best running backs in Derrick Henry for sure. But these wide receivers, Treylon Burks has missed time to where your number one wide receiver has been Robert Woods for most of the year. And you have some good pieces as well. I don't want to just say that the whole wide receiver room just isn't cutting it. But Nick Westbrook-Ikine, he has a lot of potential. I like him a lot. I think that he will be a good receiver moving forward. But these guys are just too young, and they're just not ready. And if Malik Willis has finished out the season, I don't believe this team wins another game. So let me know how you feel about the Tennessee Titans in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, each and the last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.